Today we are going to talk about menstrual cups, some information and frequently asked questions. So what is a menstrual cup? So it's a small cup or cone shaped device. It collects your menstrual blood and it does not leak because it forms a vacuum seal inside you. Right, and you can just clean it and you use it again and again. Okay, so sterilize before first use, then after use you have to empty it, clean it with water, use again, and now at the end of the cycle you have to sterilize and store it in a clean or dry cloth pouch. That's all there is to the cup. So see, many studies have shown that the cups are actually cheaper, greener, and they are as safe as effective as any other menstrual products, right? And with so many studies, they have proved that menstrual cups are a safe option regardless of the income, access to water or sanitation. Means you are poor or you are rich, or what type of flow you have, or you have access to too much water or a little less water, you can use the cup safely. Okay, and when you compare them with the other methods, they have lesser leakage than other methods, and there were no adverse effects found, okay, in the studies. So menstrual cups are safe. So see, this is how the sale of menstrual cup is going currently. It is increasing. So who can use this menstrual cup? Anyone can use at any age. You need availability of clean water and privacy to insert it and remove it. Okay, and to see how what kind of cup we use in virgins and young girls, and regarding virginity and hymen cup, please see my video on the same. Now, so depending on what age and what stage of life you are, you can choose your cup. See here, large, small and extra small. So similar sizes come in different companies. So you see the amount of blood they collect and who should use which type of cup, right? So accordingly you can purchase one. So what do I need to do before using the cup? You need to read about it. You need to do your own research. Go through the web, go through Google, go through YouTube. Okay, and when you have a cup, you have to use it. You need your clean hands. You have to wash your hands with soap. You need clean water. You need a clean cup. You can use a lube, okay, if your vagina is a little dry, or if you're using initially, you will feel some difficulty. So you can use a lube, but use a water based. For example, you can use KY jelly. Now, measuring the type of cervix. So this is optional. Okay, mostly the normal size of cup fits everyone, but you can measure this. Some of the people recommend measuring it also, and then you can see the tip of the cup, how long you need that you can see based on the your length of the cervix, high or how low it is. Okay, right. So how do you measure your cervix? So this is a high cervix. So when you put your fingers, so you can put one finger or you can put two fingers, what is comfortable for you. So when you put your finger, whole of the finger is going to go inside. If this is the case, then you have a high cervix. Suppose only 2/3 of your finger goes in, then you have a middle cervix. And if only the initial part of your finger goes in, then you have a low cervix. So you can see that suppose you insert a cup here, then most of the cup will come inside and the tip will be outside. While in these cases, the cup is going to go a little up. So you need a tip a little bit longer, right? So that's why you can decide the type of cup based on this also. Now, how to use it? So before inserting it, you have to unblock the two holes. There will be two tiny holes in the cup, okay, that should be unblocked so that the vacuum seal is good. Now for insertion, you can see there are some folding options. I will tell you the best ones, or the two which are the most used, and then for removal you have to release the vacuum first by pinching the tip of the cup. Do not force it, okay, just go slow. Now if any one of you don't know what are the three openings which you have, so in a woman's body there are three openings, okay, in between your legs, if you see in the near the genitals, okay, And in a man's body, this won't be there, right? They don't have a uterus, they don't have a vagina. So men will have the tip of their penis, that will be urethra, and they will have anus. We have 3 openings, okay? The first is urethra for urine, the second is vagina for the menstruation and later for childbirth, and the third is anus, okay? Now this is the second one, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is vagina, this is cervix, right? And this is your anus. So do not worry, this is only the largest hole and you will not make mistakes, okay? Nothing goes easily inside the anus, and this hole is way too small to put anything inside. So you are going to put your cup in the vagina only, so there is no fear about it. Now about the folds. So first fold is the U fold or C fold or heart fold. So start like this, then pinch a little with your thumb, and then this way you fold it. See, it looks like a heart or U shape, right? Now the second one, in the second one, this is known as punch down fold. Start with the open cup, then with your finger punch down this end of the cup, and then there you go. This is the punch down fold. So you have to insert this inside in this shape, and then it will open up itself, right? Okay, so these are the steps. So first you have to clean your hands, then you have to make the fold, you have to insert the cup inside. The cup will stay inside for 6 to 12 hours depending on your flow. Then you have to empty the cup, you can wash it with clean water, and again you have to reinsert it. So make sure you wash your hands with soap before touching the cup, okay? Now look how we make the folds. Yes, this is one fold, okay? This is the punch down. Yeah, so this is how you insert it. Suppose this is the cervix, okay? This is how you insert it. Now the removal. So slowly take the tip and then drag it, okay? So suppose you feel difficulty in taking it out, slowly you have to take it out. You have to pinch it and slowly you have to take it out, okay? Do not rush it. Be gentle. Like this, you can pinch it and slowly you can take it out, so the vacuum is released. So if you don't do this, it may be painful, okay? Insert it, seal will be formed, and then remove it by releasing the seal. Right, now how many times to empty and reinsert the cup? So depending on your flow, as I said, so and depending on the day. Suppose some people have heavy bleeding on the first day or second day, some people have on the third day, so you will know which day you have a heavy bleeding. So you can empty it in 6 hours or 12 hours. Is it painful to use the cup? So if you are a beginner, so for first 2 or 3 cycles, when you don't have the experience to insert it and remove it correctly, it might be a little painful in insertion and removal. There is no pain when the cup is inside. There should be no pain when the cup is sitting inside, and in some time you won't even feel that the cup is inside, right? But if you hurry or use force while insertion or removal, you may feel pain. Now, so many of the women who I know, they are very happy with the cup. They say that no pads, no mess, and they can do any type of physical activity. They can even swim. And they said that trying the cup was the best decision they have ever made, and they're never going back to pads again. They're very, very happy. So the women I know are very, very happy. They're the close friends and colleagues of mine, they use this and they are really happy with this. Okay, now how long to use a cup? So one cup can last for 5 to 10 years depending on a good quality cup if you take and if you maintain it well. Okay, right, how many cups do you need at a time? So 2 are recommended. Like it should not be like, suppose there is no clean water available at the time, so it should not be that you don't have an option. So it is good to have 2 cups with you, but it can be managed with 1 if hygienic conditions are available. Now how to sterilize the cup? See, so you can boil the water and keep the cup in it, and you can have for some 5 to 10 minutes in boiling water, and after that you can empty the you can empty this and you can take your cup out. That's all. Now dry it and you can store it for your next cycle. Now, how much do you spend if you choose a cup? So suppose you choose sanitary pads. So assuming that you have 10 rupees for per pad, then you will be spending 1200 rupees on pads per year and 12,000 in 10 years. Mind you, 12,000 is not a very small amount. If you use cloth pads, if you buy them online, and one cloth pad lasts for 2 years. So suppose you have around 5 cloth pads with you for every 2 years, then it will come to 6,000 in 10 years. But the same cloth pad, if you can make at home, yes, so I have shown that in my video. If you do that, you don't need any money, you don't need to spend any money. So if you buy menstrual cups, suppose you are buying 2, then it will be around 1500, imagining around 700 per cup. Then it will be only 1500 for 10 years because they are going to last you for 10 years. So see for yourself which is the cheapest option. Now there are certain conditions when you should stay away from cup. Okay, if you have this condition or if you develop this condition anytime. So suppose you are not going easy with the cup and you are forcing yourself. So if you scratch or if you have abrasion or injury inside your vagina due to this, then you can develop an infection. So suppose if you think there is an injury, do not use the cup. When you don't have an injury only, you should use the cup. Okay. Now during sex, when you have sex or during your pregnancy or immediately after childbirth, do not use the cup. After a miscarriage or abortion, similarly, if you have any sexual transmitted disease, sexual transmitted infection, reproductive tract infection or any yeast infection, do not use the cup. Along with the tampon, do not use the cup. If you have very dry vagina, do not use the cup. If you use intrauterine device or copper T for contraception or family planning, do not use the cup. If you are using any topical cream or ointment, do not use the cup. During your doctor's examination, do not use the cup. It will block the cervix. And if you have very very tight vagina like vaginismus, which is a condition, okay, where there will be involuntary contraction of vagina which leads to painful sex. Okay, if you have this condition which is mostly psychological, do not use the cup. If you have fibroids or endometriosis or if your uterus position is abnormal, okay, do not use the cup. Now what should you do, what should not you do? So do your own research, sterilize the cup. You can initially you can have spare pads, because if you don't know to use it correctly, insert it correctly, it may leak a little initially in the 1-2 cycles. Take it slow, take your time, let the learning curve be, okay, and form your own opinion by doing your research and your use, and motivate others to use it. Let's go for safer options, not the poisonous pads, right? Do not share your pads with cup with anyone. Do not share your cup with anyone. Okay, do not leave it in boiling water. Okay, it will melt if you leave it for hours. Then do not buy a cheap product. You are going to buy 1 or 2 only, so buy good company, from good company, right? Do not be in a very hurry. Don't force yourself. Okay, and don't believe everything which others say. Form your own opinion, as I said. Now there are certain companies like Sirona, Sanfe, Nariyari and Miluna which are providing good quality cups in India. You can purchase them. So finally, take it slow. Everyone needs time, everyone needs a learning curve to learn this, and stop when in doubt. Okay, you have 10 years, the cup is not going anywhere, you can stop and you can try in another cycle also. You can use water-based, oil-based lubricant will damage the cup, and keep pads as backup initially. So see you again, friends. Thank you for listening.